application of the dimensional equation, and we will be now talking about the third application of the dimensional equations. Okay, and that is that how we convert one physical quantity which is in one unit system into another unit system. So let us suppose that today's date is 30. Yesterday which I made a video was 12th. Okay, so daily I will be making a topic. I will be selecting a topic and I will be making a video on that topic what I am teaching there in school. Okay, so that video will be uploaded on the online portal. You can go and visit the video. So today is my second day while I am making the video. So here today we will be talking about the third application of dimensional equation, in which we see that how we can convert one physical quantity having a certain unit in one unit system, and we need to go into another unit system. We need to convert that same physical quantity and we need to see the value of the physical quantity in another unit system. That's what we are trying to do here. So let in the first unit system the physical quantity T, here P is the physical quantity which I have denoted, has a numerical value of n1 and has a unit of u1. Okay, and similarly let in the second unit system, if we are talking about, let the physical quantity be denoted by n2 into u2, where n2 is the numerical value and u2 is the unit of that physical quantity in another unit system. And this value of p will not change because this is the same physical quantity which we are taking for our conversion. Okay, this is the unit system. We know different unit systems are there. For example, MKS unit system, for example MKS unit system, CDS unit system, okay, FPS unit system and SI system. Okay, this M stands for meter, K stands for kg, S stands for seconds, we know. Okay, and after that also we will be talking in detail about these unit system. Okay, C in CGS unit system, C stands for centimeter, this for G stands for gram and S stands for second. F stands for foots and P stands for pounds and S stands for second. And this is the SI system, that is the universally accepted system. So if suppose that there is a physical quantity in certain unit system, so it may be having some numerical value in unit, and like in another unit system the same physical quantity has another numerical value and another unit. Okay, so if you want to express any physical quantity, then how we can express that physical quantity in terms of ml and t? This is the basic question that a person should know. Okay, knowledge is very important. So let corresponding to the first system, okay, we are talking about the first system. First unit system. If we are talking about the first unit system, let M1, L1 and T1 be the units, be the fundamental units. Okay, be the fundamental units in first of physical quantity. Be the fundamental units of physical quantity in first unit system. Okay, in first unit system. So we can write like this: the physical quantity in the first unit system can be represented as follows. That is P. If we are talking about P, then P is equals to how much? N1 into M1, L1, T1. Okay, but according to the knowledge of dimensions, what we know? We should know that these fundamental physical quantity or these fundamental units are raised to the power of something. Okay, the dimension are the powers. According to the definition of dimension, the dimension are the powers to which these fundamental physical quantities can be raised like this. So I am raising it as a power of A, B and C respectively. Okay, so the same physical quantity for another system if we are talking about. Okay, for second system, let M2, L2 and T2 be the fundamental units. Okay, fundamental units for second system. Okay, of a physical quantity, of a same physical quantity. Here I am taking the same physical quantity. So in that case, T can be represented by some numerical value N2 into M2 to the power how much? A, L2 to the power B, and T2 to the power C. And why I am keeping these powers to be same? Why I am keeping these powers to be same as that in the first unit system? Because according to the principle of homogeneity, as we have already studied, the powers on both the sides should be same. Because this physical quantity is equal to this entire physical quantity. Therefore, from these two equations, what we can write? We can write like N1 from 1 and 2 we can write. Okay, what we can write? N1 into M1 to the power of A, L1 to the power of B, and T1 to the power of C should be equal to N2, M2 to the power of A, L2 to the power of B, T2 to the power of C, like this. Okay. So, according to the principle of homogeneity, the powers are same on both the sides. Now, for suppose if we are having a numerical value in the first unit system, for example, if we need to convert 1 meter of length, okay, if we need to convert 1 meter of length in CGS system, this is in MKS system because meter stands for MKS system, because meter comes in MKS system, and if we need to convert this in CGS system, then this meter needs to be converted into what? Centimeter. That comes out to be 10 to the power 2 centimeters, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So if I am having this N1 value with me, this is the numerical value and this is the unit. Similarly, this is the numerical value in the second system and this is the unit. This is the numerical value in the first system and this is the unit corresponding to the first system. This is the numerical value corresponding to the second system and this is the unit corresponding to the second unit system. So in the same way, if I am having this 1 meter and I don't know, for suppose I don't know that how much will be the numerical value into another system in which I am converting. So in this case, how we will calculate? We will be using the same concept of dimensions. Here we are knowing N1 and we need to calculate what? N2, and we are knowing the value of M, L and T. Okay, we are knowing the value of M, L and T. Similarly, if we are talking about force, for suppose 1 Newton of the force is equals to dash into dynes. I don't know how many dynes are there. Okay, dynes is in CGS system, this is in SI system, and from SI system I am going into CGS system. So I am having the value of N1. This is the value of N1. I am having the value of N1, and I don't know what is the value of N2 in this case. But this is what? This is force. This is force. This is force. But we are knowing the dimension formula of force. As I told you earlier, the dimension formula of force is very important, that we need to know always. We need to keep in our mind. So, correspondingly, if you want to calculate N2 in another unit system, then what we can write? We can write like this: N2 is equals to N1 M1 upon M2 to the power of A, L1 upon L2 to the power of B, T1 upon T2 to the power of C. Okay? But if you are talking about force, if we need to convert this Newton into dynes, then we know this entire term will give the mass term, this entire term will give the length term, this entire term will give the time term. And we know the dimension formula of force, that is equals to mLT to the power minus 2. So instead of writing this A, instead of writing this B, we are knowing the dimension formula of force. So for M it has a power of 1, for L it has a power of 1, and for T it has a power of minus 2. Okay, for T it has a power of minus 2. So what we can get now? So if we are talking about the force which is in, if we are talking about the mass in MKS system, okay, initially the mass was in MKS system, and now if we are talking about to convert into CGS system, then the mass should be converted into gram. So initially what was there? Initially N1 we were knowing. I am not putting the value of N1 right now here. Okay, initially the mass was supposed to be in kgs. Okay, according to the SI system or according to the MKS system, the mass which is there inside the force term is found to be in kgs, and this is found to be in gram. If we are talking about CGS system, it has a power of 1 as it is. I am not writing that 1. In the same way, this length was in meter earlier, and now we need to convert it into centimeter, because L2 is the length corresponding to the CGS system, and just because of that CGS system I am writing this centimeter term. Okay, because this is the unit term, so I am writing in terms of unit. The unit of mass is in kg in MKS system, the unit of mass is gram in CGS system, so correspondingly I am writing. And second will be same in both the unit system, and it has a power of -2. Okay, so if we need to convert, if we want to find the numerical value of CGS system, then everything which is there on the right hand side should be converted into the CGS unit. Okay, should be converted into the CGS unit. Let us try to find out how I am saying that. Now N2 can be written as N1. Kg will be converted into CGS, then it will be converted into gram. So in 1 kg, if there is 1 kg, how many grams are there? There will be 10 to the power 3 gram, that is 1000 grams, and gram will be as it is in the denominator. Okay, similarly this meter in CGS system will be converted into centimeters. So in 1 meter there is how many centimeters? There is 10 to the power 2 centimeters upon centimeter will be as it is in the numerator, which have been written here. Second will be as it is second, and has a power of -2. Okay, so I am writing now here. So N2 will be how much? N2 will be N1, and from this gram cancels out, centimeter cancel out, seconds cancel out. So N2 is equals to N1 into 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 2. That results into 10 to the power 5. Okay, if you are having the value of N1, for suppose here I have considered the value of N1 to be 1. So you just need to put the value of N1 in this equation, and after putting the value of N1 in this equation, what you will be getting? The value of N2. That is the numerical value in another unit system in which you want to convert our physical quantity. So in place of N1, if I write 1, then we can write simply like this. So N2, the value of the N2 is clear from here. So now we can conclude. What we can conclude? We can conclude in 1 Newton of the force, there is how much dynes? There is 10 to the power of 5 dynes. So whatever will be the value of the physical quantity in 1 unit system, by having the knowledge of dimension formula, you can easily calculate the value of the numerical value into another unit system in which you want to convert your physical quantity. Is this much clear? Okay, thank you.